We've reached the open road. Look where we are as we head into this wide, expansive Hyrcania Valley. Smile, Ellie. Shalom, good morning, Boker Tov, Shmuel, the running tour guide, together with Eli, my friend. We are doing running tours throughout the land of Israel. Today I brought Eli to the Judean desert, and we're going to give you a good feel as to what this area is about. You find yourselves with us in between Nebi Musa and Hyrcania. Behind us here is Nahal Og, commonly known as the Sugar Trail. What's your feeling and your experience up till now?
It's a beautiful spring day in the middle of January. Not too hot, not too cold, terrific. Beautiful rock formations. And behind us, I guess you got all the sheep or goats. What are those down there?
This is true. Have a look at that. Eli is pointing out a typical biblical view. You can actually see how this landscape has been combed by lines of thousands of years of shepherds taking their goats and their sheep down towards the spring. But that, friends, is a typical biblical view. So stay with us and we'll take you deep into the desert. Join us. What a junction of routes, and not only running routes, but trade routes, sugar trails, historical pilgrimage routes here in this particularly beautiful place. The reason I've come to run this route today is that Eli and myself can enjoy a macadamized road. So it's comfortable rolling, but lots of climbing. See you at the view. We're 8 kilometers into the run. This wide valley is now going to give us a little bit of perspective as to the significance of where we're running today between Nebi Musa and Hyrcania. But firstly, I want to show you the view to the east. We're looking towards Jordan and the peaks of Mount Nebo in the mountains of Moab, the Moabite mountains. Now we're going to have to make a connection between Nebi Musa, the prophet Moses, who is believed to be buried here according to Muslim tradition, and of course to Jewish tradition and Christian tradition. Moses is buried way over there, 30 kilometers as the crow flies, on the peaks of Mount Nebo. But here I want to plug into this trade route, or should you call it the Sugar Trail, between Jericho, even leading up to the hills of Jerusalem. You can see a fortress called Hyrcania, which was fortified by King Herod, one of 7 desert fortresses that were built here 2,000 years ago. Gives you a feel as to the importance of the location of the Judean desert between Jericho, the Jordan River, and Jerusalem. You have rich running routes that you can connect to. But now I'm going to take you back along this route towards Nebi Musa, introduce you to that site, and ask that question: Moses, where is the prophet buried? Let's see you there. Okay, friends, we're nearing the end. I've just brought you here to this makam. What is a makam? Is a holy burial site. The tradition is here that this makam belongs to Chassa. And who is Chassa? Chassa is the shepherd of Moses' father-in-law, Jethro, Yitro. Strong traditions, possibly not the right place, but connecting with the period from the Bible through a Muslim tradition here in this beautiful landscape. Now we're going to head to Nebi Musa and we'll finish off our shtick there. We're about 15 kilometers into the run. Let's go. There we have it, 16 kilometers. We've arrived at Nebi Musa to the sounds of the muazzin calling to prayer. Woo! What an adventure, we did it. 16 kilometers in the desert, and we're greeted here by Musa the camel. Okay, let me take you up into the skies and give you a little bit of history about what we've just run, and then we'll see you in the next one. Lift off, up to the heavens we go. Now you can get to see this large walled complex of Nebi Musa, which is made up of 120 rooms, most of which was added on in 1885. But underneath the green dome, the inner sanctuary, that was dedicated by Sultan Baibars in the year 1270 of the Common Era, connecting it with Prophet Moses, Musa. Okay, as we continue our ascent, you'll start to notice hundreds of tombstones that surround the sanctuary of Nebi Musa. There have actually been Chalcolithic remains of tombs that have been discovered, and as we swerve around here, we're going to be looking in the direction of Jericho, a mere 8 kilometers away, one of the oldest cities in the world. And here are the beautiful rolling hills of the Judean desert leading up to Jerusalem, which is in the west. Coming around, you'll start to notice the road that we ran on in the direction of the valley of Hyrcania, known as the Sugar Trail. And as we swerve around, I want to show you the views looking towards the east. Stay tuned. And there you have it, friends. We're now looking east across the Jordan Valley, the haze on the horizon, the mountains of Moab, Mount Nebo, where according to the biblical account, Moses is buried. We don't know exactly where, because he was the most humble prophet that ever lived and didn't want his burial site to become a place of pilgrimage. But let's not forget, it is from here that God showed Moses the entire promised land, but he did not have the privilege to enter, but we have had the privilege to run here today. And as it says in chapter 34 in the book of Deuteronomy, then Moshe went up from the plains of Moab to Mount Nebo to the summit of Pisgah, facing Jericho. The Lord showed him all the land, from Gilad to Dan, all of Naphtali, the land of Ephraim and Manasseh, all the lands of Judah as far as the western sea, the Negev and the plain, the valley of Jericho, the city of palm trees. And now as we make our way back to Nebi Musa, we can question why Sultan Baibars would have connected this site with Prophet Moses, the second most important prophet after Muhammad, and then turned it into a site of pilgrimage, also in the springtime, to counterbalance the Easter and Passover pilgrimage in Jerusalem. All that can be said, the history is rich. You need to run it, you need to see it. So we hope you've enjoyed the trails and tales in search of the burial site of Prophet Moses. We look forward to seeing you in many more. Please subscribe to the channel, and then we'll see you in the next one.